Palantir is actually going better today. Price is slowly recovering. But here's the crazy part. Elon Musk must have revealed something. And this might push Palantir to $1 trillion company. People are speculating. Is the DOGE deal real? Is it coming soon? Or is it just pure hype? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Today might just be the day we've all been waiting for. Palantir is finally making a move in the right direction. After yesterday's slight dip, the stock has not only recovered, but pushed even higher. It may not be a massive breakout just yet, but for the Palantir community, this is a strong signal that momentum is shifting. Given all the uncertainty in the market lately, this small but steady climb is exactly what investors needed to see. Zooming out to the past week, Palantir has been quietly fighting its way back, chipping away at previous losses. The recovery isn't complete, but the downtrend is slowing, and confidence is returning. Investors who have been holding on through the rough patches are finally seeing signs of life, and the fear of another major drop is fading. With this kind of movement, it's starting to feel like Palantir is setting up for something bigger. Now, here's the thing. While the excitement is real, one analyst is waving a caution flag. They're pointing to the charts and saying Palantir's move has been parabolic. The valuation is getting stretched, and insiders might be cashing out. Sounds dramatic, right? But here's the flip side. Big moves always come with skepticism. When a stock starts heating up, some will always say it's gone too far, too fast. The truth? Strong momentum attracts attention. And when a company is making waves like Palantir, there will always be those who second-guess the climb. As for insiders selling, that happens all the time, even in the strongest companies. It doesn't mean they don't believe in the long-term vision. Stocks don't move in a straight line, and after a strong push, some bumps along the way are normal. What matters is the bigger picture. Palantir is showing real strength, and investors are paying attention. If anything, all this chatter just proves that something big is brewing. But before we go any further, there's something you might want to hear. Remember when we speculated that Palantir could land a DOGE-related deal with Elon Musk? Well, today an analyst pointed out something that could make that theory a whole lot more interesting. And if this turns out to be true, it could be absolutely massive. I'll break it all down later in the video. But first, let's talk about what Elon Musk is up to today. Palantir's co-founder Joe Lonsdale just called out a recent court ruling that's making waves. He didn't hold back, saying it completely missed the mark, and that the whole situation is packed with fraud and waste, something Palantir has been working to expose for a long time. But here's where it gets even better. Lonsdale openly said he's in touch with Elon. Not only that, but a lot of his friends are involved with DOGE, and they're all working aggressively to fix some pretty crazy problems. He even admitted that while they won't get everything perfect, the work they're doing is important and needs to happen. Now think about what that means for Palantir. If they're already helping uncover major fraud in big institutions, imagine what happens if they get even more involved with Elon's world. We know Musk likes companies that move fast, push boundaries, and actually get things done. If Palantir ends up playing a bigger role in whatever he's building, whether it's in finance, crypto, or something entirely new, that could be a game changer. And for Palantir's stock? Well, let's just say, if investors start connecting the dots, things could get very interesting. And here's the thing. Remember when we talked about Palantir teaming up with Samsung? Well, they're not stopping there. Today, another huge partnership just dropped, this time with Archer Aviation, a company building futuristic electric aircraft. Now, making these next-gen air taxis isn't just about sleek designs. It's a massive challenge with strict regulations, complex production, and advanced battery tech. That's where Palantir comes in. Archer is using Palantir's AI to streamline everything, from manufacturing to air traffic control, proving once again that Palantir's tech isn't just for defense and government contracts. It's becoming a must-have for cutting-edge industries. And here's why this matters for Palantir's stock. Aviation has been slow to innovate, dominated by the same players for ages. If Palantir is breaking into this space now, imagine what comes next. Airlines, airports, even the military. This isn't just another contract. It's another step toward Palantir cementing itself as a tech powerhouse. With every new deal, confidence grows. And if this momentum continues, Palantir's stock could be setting up for something much bigger. And here's the craziest part. Remember when we, along with pretty much everyone, speculated that Palantir might land a massive deal with the Department of Government Efficiency, also known as DOGE? Well, today, Alex Karp just dropped something that could change everything. Last week, Karp was asked if DOGE would have any impact on Palantir. Now, he didn't give a direct answer, but the smirk on his face? That said it all. Instead of brushing it off, he actually doubled down, saying that Palantir will continue to benefit from DOGE efforts because they create unmatched advantages for the Department of Defense. That's a huge deal. He could have played it safe, given a vague corporate response, or denied it outright. But instead, he let that reaction slip, and then confirmed that DOGE is already driving serious value in government operations, a space that Palantir dominates. So, is this it? Is the DOGE deal actually happening? Because if it is, we're looking at something way bigger than just another contract. Palantir has always thrived on government deals, but DOGE isn't just any deal. This is about transforming how the government operates, cutting through inefficiency, optimizing decision-making with AI, and streamlining massive bureaucratic systems. If Palantir becomes the backbone of that transformation, it means deeper government integration, larger long-term contracts, and undeniable proof that its technology is essential. Now let's talk about what this means for Palantir's stock. When a company gets locked into a high-level government initiative like this, valuations don't just rise, they explode. Institutional investors take notice, confidence skyrockets, and suddenly, the stock isn't just another tech play, it's a must-have. And if this deal brings in the kind of revenue many expect, the stock could easily go to levels that most people aren't even considering yet. And this is where things get really exciting. Every time a company like Palantir hits that kind of breakout moment, early investors see life-changing gains. We've seen it happen before. When a stock moves from speculation to undeniable success, millionaires are made. This is exactly the kind of setup that can turn long-term believers into serious winners. So while nothing is officially confirmed yet, Karp's reaction spoke volumes. If this deal is as big as it seems, we might be looking at the moment where Palantir truly goes to the next level. And those holding on now could be in for something massive. Now here's the craziest part. This just adds fuel to the fire of Wall Street's boldest prediction yet. Palantir hitting that trillion-dollar milestone. And get this, one analyst didn't just say it could happen. He actually laid out when. If Dan Ives is right, and Palantir reaches that level in the next few years, anyone who bought in when the stock was around that lower range could be looking at life-changing returns. We're talking about an investment multiplying so many times over that it turns early believers into serious winners. But here's the thing. This isn't just about a one-time surge. Palantir isn't a company with a short-term story. According to him, it's riding the AI revolution, a wave that's only getting bigger. If it keeps leading the charge in AI-driven decision-making, defense, and government efficiency, this could just be the beginning. And what happens when a company goes from billions to a trillion? The stock doesn't just go up. It reshapes portfolios, builds generational wealth, and creates stories of people who saw the vision early and held on. This is the kind of move that doesn't just change the value of a stock. It changes lives. Palantir's momentum is undeniable. If it keeps stacking deals, expanding its AI dominance, and proving itself as the backbone of next-gen tech, we might be watching one of the biggest growth stories of our time play out right in front of us. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money. So, don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible.
Shiba Inu's supply is running low. The recent Shiba Inu pump was not a mistake. This was not random at all. Coinbase is showing some massive moves. You are definitely not ready for what's coming. The Shiba Inu team speaks out with a bombshell. This is even more than what we were asking for. After the last 24 hours, it's getting absolutely ridiculous. But what on earth is going on? What am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. So today, we've got some good news to share. Both Grayscale and Robinhood have recognized Shiba Inu's impressive performance over the past week. In fact, Shiba Inu has climbed its way to the top of the best performers on their gainers lists. It's been one of the standout assets showing incredible growth, and while honestly this wasn't something unexpected, Shiba Inu has been on a roll, gaining over 50 in just a few days. That kind of surge was massive, and it's what helped push it into the spotlight. The sudden growth was absolutely wild, and it created a huge buzz. People were excited, even a bit surprised, because it's not every day that we see an asset jump so much in such a short time. It really got everyone talking, with many speculating on what could come next for Shiba Inu, and the excitement spread fast. But what's even more interesting is how the Shiba Inu team responded to all this buzz. Lucy, one of the team members, jumped in after Grayscale's report went public. She actually shared Grayscale's tweet on her page, and her comment really stood out. She said, "Shiba Inu leading the pack," and then added, "Not even the beginning, now it really feels like a proud statement, showing how Shiba Inu is dominating attention right now." If this is just the start, it makes you wonder what kind of developments or projects could be in the works for Shiba Inu. Maybe the team has some big updates, partnerships, or features lined up that could push Shiba Inu even further. It's clear they're confident that this recent growth is just scratching the surface. But here's the thing. Usually, when we see rapid price increases like this, they don't last long. It's almost like the trend of the week, where the hype is huge for a short time, but it eventually cools off. It's hard to keep that kind of momentum going at the same pace. Part of it is that people jump in quickly, hoping to catch the wave, but then they start selling off once they've made a profit. And when that happens, the price naturally starts to settle down. Plus, the market as a whole can be pretty unpredictable. Things like news cycles, sentiment shifts, or even larger market movements can quickly change the direction. But this is where Lucy steps in to prove us wrong. In a tweet, she made it clear that Shiba Inu is much more than just your trend of the week. According to her, this price surge didn't happen by chance. It is happening because behind Shiba is a massive ecosystem in development with consistent support from dedicated developers, and now this kind of statement really shifts how we see things. Instead of thinking of Shiba Inu as just a quick hype-driven rise, it hints at something much more solid, something with real long-term potential. If there's a whole ecosystem being built in the background, it could mean that Shiba Inu's growth might have more staying power than we first thought. And we're already seeing signs that this is happening. Lucy pointed out that Sherbarium TVL has surged to $7 million and is climbing fast, and she added that new all-time highs seem to be a daily occurrence now. For those who aren't familiar, TVL, or Total Value Locked, is a measure of how much value is staked or locked into a blockchain network. It's a huge deal because it shows how much trust and interest there is in the ecosystem. When TVL is surging like this, it means that more people are actively participating and putting their assets into the system, which is a great sign of growth and development. This massive jump in TVL really backs up Lucy's claim that there's more going on behind the scenes. It shows that while the price is rising, the actual ecosystem, the technology, the projects, the users, is expanding at the same time. This kind of progress gives Shiba Inu a stronger foundation, making it more than just a quick pump and dump. And this is where things get really interesting. These past days, Coinbase, the largest cryptocurrency platform in the US for both retail and organizations, made an unexpected comeback. In less than a week, it jumped from the 500th spot to 395th in the overall app rankings by popularity. And it makes a lot of sense that Shiba Inu's recent pump had a big role in this sudden rise. Shiba Inu has a history of driving massive interest. And when people see the price jumping, many rush to platforms like Coinbase to get in on the action. It's not the first time Shiba Inu has had this kind of effect. Remember back in 2021 when Shiba Inu pumped like crazy? Coinbase ended up becoming the #1 app in the App Store because of how many people were jumping on the Shiba Inu train. So seeing Coinbase gain popularity again could be a sign that something big is on the horizon. If Shiba Inu continues to surge and the ecosystem keeps growing, it might not be long before we see Coinbase climbing even higher. It's definitely something worth keeping an eye on. And this is where we need to acknowledge something important. These spikes of interest in Coinbase are often seen as signals that retail investors are getting back into crypto, typically right before a bull run. Coinbase is still the go-to platform for most Americans when it comes to buying crypto. So when its popularity surges, it usually means the general public is paying attention again. But here's the interesting part. Despite all this buzz, interest in crypto-related searches on Google Trends is still really low. Globally, searches for the term crypto are sitting at 21 out of 100, which is the lowest it's been since late November 2023. At first glance, that doesn't seem to add up. If there's this much activity with Shiba Inu and Coinbase, you'd expect more people to be searching for crypto, right? Well, for it to make sense, we might have to consider that this recent pump is really just the very beginning, exactly like Lucy hinted at. If what we're seeing now is just the early stages of a much bigger move, then it's possible that mainstream attention hasn't fully caught on yet. People might not be searching for crypto in huge numbers because they haven't realized what's coming. It could be that we're still in the build-up phase, with the real wave of interest yet to hit. In a recent post on X, a well-known community member, D.O.G.E, made a bold prediction, saying that we're at the point in the cycle where Shiba Inu could start seeing 50% to 100% gains every single day. Interestingly, Lucy backed this up with a simple but powerful wolf comment, showing her support for that idea. This kind of rapid growth is exactly what we saw with Shiba Inu back in 2021. During that time, Shiba Inu exploded almost overnight, and it seemed like every day brought massive gains. And when you start connecting all the pieces, the sudden rise in Shiba Inu, the growing ecosystem behind it, the spikes in interest on Coinbase, it all starts to make sense. We might be on the verge of something similar happening again, with Shiba Inu set to lead another huge wave of growth. But just a quick note, this isn't financial advice. You should definitely do your own research before making any decisions. But here's what some analysts think. Prominent market watchers like Oscar Ramos from the Shiba Inu community believe that the party is only just getting started too. In a recent analysis he shared on X, Ramos made it clear he thinks Shiba Inu's growth is far from over and knows exactly where it's headed. Ramos first pointed to the pumps we saw earlier this year, between February 22 ND and March 5th, which brought in a lot of new investors. During that time, Shiba Inu, now with a 51% gain, is just the beginning and won't stop anytime soon. He's particularly focused on the price point that Shiba Inu reached during the 2021 bull run, saying it's now within reach. According to him, reclaiming the yearly high from March 5th is essential. Ramos even suggested that Shiba Inu could set a new all-time high by 2025, targeting an impressive 3.17 by next year. To put that into perspective, with Shiba Inu current price reaching this level would mean a 750% increase, potentially giving today's investors a 7.5x return. But right now, the energy around Shiba Inu is undeniably electrifying. What is your opinion on that? Comment down below. I'd be eager to read your opinion. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, please like this video and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.